I'm going to be talking about how you can generate huge rates of return like the hedge fund managers and market pros, how to make a consistent income from trading, and what stocks should be on your radar. Now, I'd like to introduce myself really quickly. My name is James Bishop. I hold a degree in psychology with a specific focus in neuroscience. I'm the son of a United States Marine officer. I'm a multi-asset class trader. I trade the stock market, the forex market, and the equity option market, a graduate of Market Traders Institute, a mentor to thousands of traders around the world, and I've been a senior market analyst for Market Traders Institute, or MTI. Now, I'd like to introduce you to MTI, or Market Traders Institute. We were founded over 2 decades ago by a trader for traders, and over the last 2 decades we've helped over 30,000 people achieve their dream of becoming a successful trader through the empowerment of education. We do so in basically what we've done is take an extremely complicated world of investing and boil it down to 4 simple points that you need to memorize, practice, and do over and over and over again to help you find success in this market. Now, I'd like to do a quick survey here. You see, I found that there's just 3 types of people that attend these webinars, okay? You're either one person who's had bad experiences in trading, you've attempted trading, and it hasn't really worked for you yet. You're someone who has no experience whatsoever and you've never invested, and you're looking for something simple that can help you with potentially higher returns. Lastly, you're a trader that has had good experiences in the market. For those of you in here that have had good experiences in the market, give me a me, a Y, or a yes really quick in that chat box. John, thank you. Wayne, thank you. Paul, thank you. Angie, thank you. Ben, thank you. Connor, thank you as well. Now, for those of you in here that have had those good experiences in the market, you guys are here today looking for ongoing support. You're here today looking for somebody to help you become a better trader. You're looking for someone here today to point out those fresh trading ideas and bring you the best help you find the best trades. And then you're looking for someone to help you become and give you that trading edge. Now today you're going to see how Market Traders Institute can provide you the support and fresh market opportunities to give you an edge on trading and help get you to that next level. Really be your coach, and that's what I always tell people. The definition of a coach is to take an experienced person to a higher level, and that's what MTI can provide for you. You're also, now next up we have my group of traders in here that have had those bad experiences when it comes to trading this market. I'm talking to you if you feel like a blind monkey throwing darts when it comes to choosing a stock or option to trade. How about those of you in here that couldn't buy a winning trade if it was on sale at the dollar store? How about those of you in here that just have what I like to call a yo-yo account? A yo-yo account is nothing more than an account that bounces down and up and down and up and down and up. How many of those of you in here are like that? Give me a me, a Y, or a yes in this question box if you feel that you just had a tough luck when it comes to trading. Simon, Connor, Michael. That's it? Hold on a second. Guys, let me do a quick audio check on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. How does my audio sound? I got 9, good, 10, 10. Byron gave me a 9, Paul gave me a 9, a 10, 8. I got a great, 6, a 7, a 9, a 10. Well, okay, so if it wasn't my audio, then it must have been the question I asked, or you guys just not wanting to respond. So, how many people in here do I have that have had bad trading experiences? I know it has to be more than 3. Hand up. There we go. That's what I thought. I figured there was more than 3. One thing you're going to learn about me, guys, through the next little bit of time that we have together, I'm an interactive guy. I wish I could be speaking in front of you all, but I can't. So the only thing I have is this chat box. Catherine, you are going to be one of those people that this is going to definitely be for today. Being new to options or being fearful of options is tough. And it's because you see all the money that can be made in there. And today we're going We're going to be talking about that. Peter, I cannot do that, Peter. I'm sorry, but you got to be here, and if you're going to be here, might as well make the most of it. So those of you in here that have had bad experiences in this market, you're looking for proof that the market can be traded successfully, proof that you can make money doing this, and proof that you can absolutely still do this. Most importantly, you're looking for proof that you can make your money back, and that's what I'm going to be offering you today, proof. Now, lastly, there's a group of individuals in here that are highly dedicated, supremely motivated, and they want so bad to become full-time traders. And all they're lacking is a little bit of education. How many people in here fall under that category? Give me a me, a Y, or a yes. Well, you're going to need three things. One, you're going to need to learn more ways to make money in this market, meaning you're going to have to be able to not be fearful of trading, to not sell in May and stay away, to not be afraid of volatility, to not be afraid of the things that can make people money, because that's what it's doing for so many right now. Now, the next thing you're going to need is to be able to find out that top-level, high-level information. You know, how is it that so many people knew what was going to be released from today's Apple seminar, but you didn't? Well, that's what we're going to help you do, and then you're going to need the tools that are going to give you a competitive edge. But the most important thing you're going to need is a goal. Now, I tell my team here at Market Traders Institute, and I tell everybody I meet, goals have to be smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound, folks. That's what I mean by smart goals. Now, when it comes to setting a smart goal, I'm going to ask you one question, and we're going to set a smart goal together. What I mean by that, or what that question is, rather, is how much on a monthly basis do you need to replace or double your income? Type that in for me right now. How much on a monthly basis do you need to make to replace or double your income? 2,000, 5,000, 3,000, 12,000, 7,000, 10,000, 4,000, 8,000, 3,000. 700, 800, 900, 1,100, 1,200, an even $1,000. Now, the reason I asked that question in such a specific way, is because that is specific. It's a very specific number. It's attainable and realistic because you already make that amount, and we just need you to get it making in another area, and it's time-bound to a month. Now, it's definitely measurable because you can measure money. And I want to make you a promise today to show you how you can achieve that goal. My promise here today is to not waste your time, nor have my time wasted. But by the end of this presentation, you're going to know what the equity option market is, why you should not let opportunities pass you by, the importance of educating yourself, and how to effectively trade the equity options market and see a live example of this being done. In fact, I want to promise you, by the end of this presentation, you're going to know more about the options market than 90% of the world. So for those of you that don't know, let's start at the very beginning. What is the options market? Well, some of you in here, I know that you're going to need, this is a repeat. So keep me on my P's and Q's. I'm going to try to breeze through this as fast as possible. But the options market is a market that allows you to take advantage of the price movement of big name stocks for pennies on the dollar. I want you to think Chipotle, Facebook, Google, Priceline, Apple, Amazon, Tesla, all these companies that release these great products. Imagine being able to own a piece of them, or at least the rights to own them, for a small fraction of the money. Catherine, I'm extremely interested in helping you. I wanted you to stick around to the end of this presentation, and I'm going to be showing you something that's going to really help you. Now, why else would you want to trade this market? Well, it's traded by some of the world's top investors. Warren Buffett, George Soros, Dave Tepper, Steve Cohen. These major investors use this market in very specific ways. One being a tool called a protective put, which we will teach you all about in the education that I'm going to be offering you here in a little bit. But a protective put allows you to protect any market exposure that you may have. Now, I want you to think about this. How many people, by show of hands, just a wire yes, I don't care how much, how little, or who it's with, how many people have an IRA, a Roth IRA, or a 401k, or have some sort of retirement plan? Give me a wire yes. So many of you in here, I can't even read the names and I wouldn't dare. But think about this. What I'm telling you is that you can protect all of the money that you have invested right now utilizing a specific strategy that we're able to teach you. Now, another reason that these major traders and Wall Street people use this market is because they are able to take advantage of the price fluctuations of big stocks for pennies on the dollar, making them higher percentage returns. It is a great way to trade. So now that we understand who we are, what we're here to do, let's ask you the big question of the day. Why did you stick with a presentation for 5, 6, 7 hours today? Why? What brought you here? What made you sit in your seat so long on a Tuesday afternoon at 6 o'clock to learn more education, see better trading strategies, new views on the market? I love it all. I love what you're saying here today. But folks, here's the thing, is that we are here for a very specific reason, and that reason is money. Everything that you are pointing to do, oh, it is Wednesday. Look at that. Folks, I'm a day behind. I'll tell you this, I may be a day late, but I'm definitely not $1 short. Thank you for pointing that out, Leon. Way to call me out there, bud. But here's the thing, folks. We are here for money, okay? All the education and knowledge in the world will pay you dividends. The best investments that pay the greatest dividends are the dividends on ourself, all right? The investments in education on ourselves. Now, the money that we're after, though, it's going to provide us 3 things in life. The first thing that it'll provide us is freedom. Freedom to do what we want to do when we want to do it. It also gives us control in our life. The wherewithal to do what we want to do. If you feel like going to the movies at 12 o'clock on a Wednesday, then you can. Or the last thing it provides us is contributions. Now, when I say contributions, I'm talking to our lives and the people around us, the people around ourselves' lives. Now, how many of you in here would love to send your daughter, your granddaughter, your son, your grandson to college or university debt-free because you learned a specific skill how to make money in this market? Give me a me, a why, or a yes. How many of you in here are here today and sitting here today, and the thing that you want to contribute to is your retirement, and be able to retire with dignity and retire how you should? Give me a me, a why, or a yes. How many of you all are in here today because you want to pay off debt and get rid of the debt that is burdening your lifestyle? Or what about just to supplement your income? Now, when it comes to retirement, folks, this year there are going to be 4 million people that enter the field of retirement, and 80% of them are going to have to go back to work full-time because they're going to outlive their income. You know, it's said that you're going to need well over $1 million to retire through your golden years. You shouldn't have to live that time fearing the amount of money you spend. You should be doing the things that you want to do. Playing golf, going sailing, traveling, whatever floats your boat, folks. Now, when we talk about debt, the average American carries a credit card debt of nearly $15,000, and nearly a mortgage of $150,000, and the student loan debt of nearly $35,000. Now, that adds up to $200,000. Now, it can be tough trying to find out how to pay off that debt when the median household income is only $50,000. It's a balancing act, folks, trying to balance time and money. We need money to live, but we don't want to spend our time worrying about debt. We want to spend our time with our families. Me, I want to spend the rest of my days, and most of my days now even, on the golf course. That's what I love to do. And we want to spend our time doing those things and not worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow. So MTI has a solution for you to quit trading your dollars for time. How would having the ability to make a potential six-figure annual income from the comfort of your own home sound? Because believe it or not, it can be done, and we're able to show people the way every single day. Now, who in here came here today, out of the 144 people in here, who in here came here today to change their life for the better? Give me a me, a why, or a yes. Joanne and Jenny and Catherine, Connor, Eric, Richard, Rocky, Roger, Ron, Paulron, Punil, Rafaela, Wes, Wayne, VJ, Vince. So many people in here are saying yes. But here's the big thing. What we want to do in our life, we may want to change our life for the better, and wanting is just like hoping and wishing. It's going to point you in the right direction, but it will never, ever, ever, ever get you there. What's going to get you there, folks, is taking action. So let me ask that in an action statement. When do you plan on changing your life for the better? When do you plan to do something like that? Today, now. Now is the time. Here is the day. Today is the opportunity. And that's exactly what I thought. Today I'm going to be showing you something called the Ultimate Options course. It is the most complete, comprehensive, and easy to use step-by-step trading package on the planet. And it was created by Mr. Chris Irvin. He is the Director of Equities Education here at Market Traders Institute. For over 15 years, he has been trading and educating people on how to take advantage of this market. And thousands of people have benefited from his unique way of breaking down complicated concepts into easily understood strategies. He's been a frequent contributor to several financial programs, as well as a writer for trading websites like Fox Business, INO, and even Trade King. Now, based on his knowledge and insights of the market, he was named an all-star by the Trade King brokerage. He's instructed both nationally and internationally, and several years ago he joined MTI to create the Ultimate Options course. Now, thousands of people have benefited from it, but I want to bring your attention to Brian. How many people in here have ever invested in another educational program, some sort of trading service, whether it's a trading call service and they tell you what to trade, or whether it's trading education? Give me a me, a why, or a yes. And like Brian, you have found as less desired. Well, we at MTI feel that there's a better way to trade, and Brian felt that way as well. He began to see a better way of trading and doing it well enough to live the way that he would like to live. All of you in here are just like Brian, that have a belief that life can be better through trading. And the potential really does exist in this market, but you just have to know how to take advantage of it. You have to sit there in what I'm going to show you today and look at it and say, can I do what he's doing? And if the answer is yes, then you must take action, because action in life is what gets you results. Results like Thomas S., who made $4,500 in his first week of trading. Now, knowledge truly does equal freedom. And as Jim Rohn, one of my favorite motivational speakers, once said, formal education in life will make you money, but self-education will make you wealthy. So here it is, that 4-step methodology that I promised. I'm giving it away right now. So get your screens ready, get your pens and pencils at the ready, get your paper ready. If you're going to carve it into your desk, do so now. If you're Pablo Picasso, grab your paintbrush, because it's called same method trading. We're going to do the same thing every single time. We are going to scan this market for opportunity. We are going to analyze that opportunity. We are going to manage our equity, and then we're going to simply execute the trade. Now, when you have this written down, screenshotted, carved in your desk, painted on your walls, whatever you're going to do, let me know with a ready or let's go, and we're going to jump into the market. I'm ready when you are. All right, looks like we are ready to go for it. So I'm going to bring up the ultimate charting software. Now, I was just looking at a UWTI, which is a 3x long crude share index. We'll talk about that. That's a little bit more out of this subject, but this is the ultimate charting software. You're going to see a gray screen right now. This was built with 21 years of research into understanding what tools traders need. And I'm going to bring up a chart on American campus communities. And let's start at the basics. You're going to see some lines on this chart. All these lines represent is price movement over time. The blue ones represent a fall in the market. Excuse me. And the white ones represent a rise in the market. Now, when we back this thing up, you're going to see that this market moves in waves, making higher highs and higher lows, okay? Higher highs and higher lows, and then it'll start to wave down, making lower lows and lower highs. Now, these trends, and trends can actually be measured, and actually something called the Fibonacci tool. Now, other Fibonacci have been showing them as well, and other people use Fibonacci. I'm going to show you. Here are two other companies. Here, TI's Fibonacci's. Immediately, some difference. This one's stuff up here. This one's missing stuff in here. It's up here. Oops. And it's missing stuff here. That's not success. Have half the equation and expect to get the whole. So I have tool. Now it has percentages, it has prices, it has things. I don't focus on percentages. I only need you to be a colors. You colors. My friends, you can be a success trader. If you can colors, you can be a successful trader. So it's time for a quick market quiz. All right. If it is up and it pulls back to the red zone, okay? If it pulls back to the red zone, what color do you think it's going to go up to? Now, guys, I'm getting a couple people saying that my audio is really bad. Let me switch over to a phone here really quick. So I got a backup audio system. Give me one.
All right, folks, you should be able to hear me. I know I may sound a little bit younger coming through the phone. No, I did not find the Fountain of Youth here in Florida, but it's just the phone. So can everybody hear me? Give me a Y or yes. This is the loudest it can go, folks. All right, great. So like I was saying, if the market rallies up and then pulls back, and let's say it pulls back to this red zone, what color will it go up to? Chris, yes, me? Great. That's right. We're headed up to red. Red goes to red. Like I said, all we got to do is match colors. Now, if this market pulls back into the blue zone, what color do you think we're headed up to? Now, lastly, if it goes up to the green zone, what color do you think it's going to head up to? Green to green. So green to green, blue to blue, and red to red. Now here's one quick question. Before I move on, because I want to apply this to a chart really quick, does everybody in here fully understand that all I need you to do is to be able to match colors? Give me a Y or yes. Okay, great. Now, I'm going to delete all of this off the screen. I'm going to slide this chart back down, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide down here, and I'm going to explain how the Fibonacci works on a chart, because we have to find a market high and a market low. Now, a market high is determined by having a center wick, or market low, I'm sorry, is determined by having a center wick low in a 5 candlestick sequence. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our center wick low. And now we need to find our center wick high, which is determined the same exact way. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our center wick high. And all we have to do to utilize the Fibonacci properly is connect the low and the high. Now, what we have to do now is find our entry, right? We know what to enter, ACC. We know we need to enter at a retracement level, but where? Well, we're going to find a bullish decisional candle, which we get right there to tell us to enter. Now that candle pulled back to the red, to the green zone, which means if we're matching colors, we just need to go to the green zone. So there it is. We buy into this market and we wait, and the market rallies up. Now, I know this stock is optionable, and what you're going to do on that is use something called the depot method. It's a 5-step checklist. Yes, I said checklist. You're going to be able to print it out and keep it right by your desk, and you're going to check off, is the delta between X and X? Is the expiration this? Is the premium this? Open interest this? Time value this? If you give me 5 yeses, you're going to eliminate 90 to 95% of the junk out there, okay? So what we have here is a Fibonacci sequence that's worked. And I know what you're thinking. Man, that looks easy. That is simple. I know everybody would agree with me. But here's the other thing I know, is that every single time you watch something and you see it looks easy, it's home and it becomes difficult. So MTI has simplified things even further. We have a piece of patent-pending technology known as the automated Fibonacci tool. It's located right here. It's this up ABCD tool. With one click of that button, and then I come down to my low and I click this button, every single Fibonacci in sequence all the way up, even the current market, is drawn for me. Now, here it is right in front of you. The naysayers would say, James, well, how often does this work? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 winning trades, and I know everybody could count and see there's an 8th Fibonacci there. Well, we never got an entry point. I know you don't believe me, so I'm going to prove it to you. So I'm going to draw a trend line. This is our innermost trend line. We're going to teach you how to draw trend lines in our education. Our education is going to take you from knowing nothing to being able to being a confident option trader. I draw that trend line right there, and I look. Is there this market waved down and broke my trend line and never once gave me a buying signal above the trend line again, did it? Nowhere above this line is there a signal to buy. So you would have never, ever, ever gotten into that trade because you would have never seen a confirmation candlestick telling you to enter in that position. So we've now see that the current market is making lower lows and lower highs with ACC. Everybody can see that, I know. So we should trade it. We could buy a put in this market and take advantage of the downswings. I'm going to use my ABCD tool right there. We have 1 fib, 2 fib, 3 fib. Here's our current Fibonacci, and take a look at that, folks. Not only did it pull back to the red line right in there, but we have already started our migration to the south to go down to 30.12. This move from 35.71 to 30.12 is over a $5 movement to the south. A $5 movement to the south. Catherine, we would buy a put here. You are correct. Yes, ma'am. But we wouldn't just blindly buy a put. I have a personal saying that I'm going to share with everybody. I'll repeat it twice just in case you don't catch it the first time. If you jump into a trade, money is surely to jump out of your pocket. Blindly jumping into a trade is the worst thing you can do. That's why we utilize the depot method to time the correct trades. What I'm going to look for is tomorrow morning, if this market breaks a 45-degree trend line to the south in the morning, then I will gladly, and I have my depot picked out, I'll gladly get into this position. Or I will wait until it breaks 32.06. I'll let it go down for $2, and I'll take my cool $200 worth of profit buying a put in this. Now, guys, we only have about 10 more minutes together. So here's the next big problem, right? Here's the next big problem, is knowing what to trade. I said a statement earlier about feeling like a blind monkey throwing darts when trying to choose a stock. There are over 42,000 publicly traded companies out in the United States here today, right now. 42,000 publicly traded companies. Think about that, folks. That's more than you could shake a stick at, much less do analysis on. There's around 5,500 stocks that are optionable. That's more than anybody in here would ever want to do analysis on. So NTI has solved that problem by utilizing something called the Ultimate Market Scanner. The Ultimate Market Scanner allows you to swiftly, effectively, and confidently scan through this market, finding high winning trading opportunities. And I'm going to show you exactly how right now. I have selected here daily signals. I also have conservative. And I'm going to select off very bullish opportunity. And I'm going to hit scan all. Like that, it scans through this market, finds 496 stocks that if I would have bought, I would have won, 153 that if I would have bought, I would have lost, and 284 that I would have stayed out of. Now, I know everybody can see penny stock, penny stock, penny stock, penny stock, penny stock. So the Ultimate Market Scanner can eliminate those for me. I'm going to institute a minimum price of $10, and I'm going to institute a minimum amount of volume of 1,000,000 shares. So there's 1,000, there's 10,000, there's 100,000, there's 1,000,000. And I'm going to hit scan all. Catherine, not at all. Stick with me because I got special opportunities for investor inspiration today. And just like that, we found 33 stocks that if we would have bought, we would be winning in, 7 that if we would have bought, we would be losing in, and 7 we would have stayed out of. That is an 82% winning percentage. Folks, if I told you that you had an 82% chance of winning your trades, that's 8 out of 10 times you would win. How many people in here would be ecstatic, would be extremely happy, but most importantly, would want to be able to see if it can really work for them? Give me a me, a why, or a yes. Because I'll tell you this, folks, if you can trade, you can do this because these are real results. 828, 67, 98, 821, 93. These are when these positions were taken. Up 3, 7, 15, 55% in these trading opportunities, folks. Now, these are all old opportunities. I know it. You know it. You can see it. These are old opportunities. And I could go through here, and I could cherry opportunities and just wow you with these answers, with these. But let me ask you this. Would you rather me go through old opportunities, or would you rather me look at my next 10 trades? Type in next if you want to look at my next 10 trades. That's exactly what I thought. Everybody in here wants to see those. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to show scan options again, and I'm going to hit this little button called pre-buy. What this is that same criteria that gave me an 82% chance of winning. It's going to show me any stocks that meet that criteria right now. Right now we have Royal Caribbean Cruises, we have Activisions, United Continental Holdings, or UAL, United Airlines, Sabre, as well as Alaska Air. So I'm going to pick one here. Let's look at Activision, okay? We have a pre-buy on Activision at $28.90, telling us the exact price to get in. All of my time frames are lining up except for two. Don't really like that, but may be forced if we don't have any others. Here's all but one. I really like this, RCL, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. So there is a pre-buy on Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines at $91.60. This looks at your weekly, your daily, your 240, your 120, your 60, your 30, and your 15 all right there in front of you. Now, $91.60 is where we're looking to buy RCL, or Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. RCL, I hit enter. This is going to bring up that chart. I'm going to delete this. We see we're in an uptrend. $91.60 is where this would have bought you in at today. Okay, this is today's opportunity. Now, guess what, folks? When the market closed about 2.5 hours ago, it closed at $91.88. You would have been in this position and closed out today with a profitable trade today. It doesn't get any more now than now, as I say. Now, the market has been rising, and we have been in a nice bullish trend right now. And as you can see, we pulled back to the red line. If we pull back to the red line, we know we're going up to the red line, and that's where we would lock in our profit. So from $91.60 to $107.30, that's a $15.69 market move, which could potentially be $1,500 to $15,000, depending on how many contracts you can buy of this stock. Folks, it is that simple. Let me ask you this, the most important question here today. Could you do what I just showed you, yes or no? Now, when it comes to trading the option on this, all you're going to need to do is bring up this tool right in front of you, which shows you the options chain. And all you have to do is be able to say, is the delta this, the expiration this, the premium this, the time this, and the delta expiration, open interest, premium, and time value this. If they all check off yes, you're going to be left with one, maybe one to choose from, and allow you to place the trade the right way. Now, I want to show you a couple examples of this, okay? Take a look at Chipotle. We got into Chipotle at $6.01, but we didn't pay $601 a share. We paid $53.50 a share. When the market rose up, we were able to close out of our position with our option more valuable, making us $5,580, or 104% rate of return overnight. Folks, is that the type of rate of return that you're looking for? Would you like to make those type of returns? Give me a Y or yes. Take a look at Under Armour. We got into Under Armour at $59.54, got out at $69.63, closed out of that position at when our option was valued at $14.70, making us $770, or 110% rate of return. Now, earnings season we're coming up to it. It's right around the corner. My favorite time of year to trade, because you get you're able to make so much return in such a quick amount of time. So when I talk about that, I mean Facebook in one day, out 2 days later, making a 25% rate of return, or $225.96 on a single contract. Green Mountain Coffee Roasters in one day, out the very next, making a $331 return, a 23% rate of return overnight. And the volatility is all we need. Spiders, take a look at that. in one day, out the very next, making $3,199.06. You got to ask yourself right now, will you be our next success story? If the answer is yes, I want you to be like Alvina G and type in your phone number right now. Because when she did, she was able to generate a $3,500 profit, a 63% ROI overnight. When Stanley M said yes, he was able to realize that this is just like a roadmap that gave him a lot of information and tied things together, something that no one has ever done. Now, folks, today, because of investor inspiration, normally everything that's involved with this education, which I'm going to show you right now, give me 1 second, I'm going to bring it up, because I believe in the power of showing. This is the Ultimate Options course, okay? We're going to start you off in a live event. This is 3 days with Director of Equities Education, Chris Irvin. 3 days that you're going to spend with him going from theory to live practical application. We're also going to give you 16 modules here that are going to act as your support system and educational classroom, going from an introduction to how you do technical analysis, to how options move, to why they move, to choosing the correct option to trade, that depot method I showed you, to actually placing trades. This is my favorite lesson, putting it all together, walking you through analysis to trade to closing the trade, okay? Then below that, we're going to give you advanced strategies as well to take advantage of. Now, above and beyond that, you're going to get our workshops. This is AOD equity options every day, twice a day, from 10 to 11. Then from 3 to 4, you're going to have an open of the market and close of the market every single day on strategies that you need to use to take advantage of the option. Now, above and beyond that, you're going to get access to our depot checklist and our equity trade map checklist, as well as technical lessons, weekly workshops, analysis software, and even our top op email alerts program that's going to allow you to follow along the trades that Director of Equity Education, Chris Irvin, is showing. Now, this is the equity trade map checklist. Managing equity is important. So let's just say, I'm going to throw in some mock numbers here. Let's say we have a $3,000 account. We're risking 7% as a max, and we're going to trade 100 shares of a $20 stock. Now you're looking at an option that's $2.50. You're going to trade one contract, and it has a delta of 0.75. Okay, you're going to learn what that is. Now I'm going to plug in support and resistance here. This shows you how much profit you can make in a $250 trade. You can make an $1,173 return. You also are only risking $163. Now, folks, this is how real traders trade. They know upfront how much they can lose before they trade. Now, everything I showed you today is going to be backed up by a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee, which means for the next 60 days, you're going to be able to evaluate this and test drive this education for yourself. So once you get involved, know that if it doesn't do what I showed it's going to do, you're going to be able to get 100% of your money back. Now, the beauty of this is here today, you're not going to pay $9,000, which is what another educational firm out there charges, like we're on. You're not even going to pay our cost of $4,495. Today, we're offering you a 50% discount in this education, making it $2,247. And by the way, if you need a payment plan opportunity, not a problem. You can get involved with this education with as little as $500 down, and you're going to get full access to everything. What I want you guys to do is type in that phone number right now if you're interested in taking advantage of either one of these opportunities. Option A, to save that 50% off, or option B, that payment plan opportunity. I have education specialists standing by right now ready to help you. Catherine, Leon, Stephanie, Scott, waiting on you guys to type in that phone number. Not a problem, Catherine. Speak with somebody. Make the decision after you have all the information behind it. Because now is the time, now is the thing, and what I'm asking you to do is the tool that the best traders in the world have. But I'm asking you to do what the best traders in the world do. And that is get out of your comfort zone and get into your challenge zone and help you move forward today by making a decision that's going to impact your financial future going forward. Now, guys, this is a huge opportunity for all. And Scott, Paul, and Catherine, would you let me know, either way, which option are you more leaning towards, the option A or the option B? Either or, you're going to get both of those. You're also going to get access to the Ultimate Market Scanner and the Ultimate Charting software, as well as the complete education. Nothing's held back here. Thank you for that, Anna. I got your option B. Paul, I got your option B. Scott, option A or Scott, option B, and Catherine, option A or option B. Let me know either way. Folks, this is a huge opportunity for you to do something that you're absolutely going to thank yourself in the future. And I guarantee that if you have the same success that I see that my other students have, this can work for you, and you will be emailing me just like they do, letting me know how better trading life has been. Now, folks, this is what I'm going to do. Okay? For those of you in here that typed in your phone number, thank you. I'm going to have my team reach out to you right now. But I'm actually getting ready in about 25 minutes from now to host another presentation here in a second. It's going to be the exact same presentation with much of the same information. If you want to see that, I have a registration link that I'm going to copy to everybody and send out. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to copy that link. This is kind of just spur of the moment, 10 seconds before no one knows I did this. 10 seconds before I went on, I decided to make this link, and I'm going to send this out to everybody. Everybody, did you get that link? Give me a Y or yes. Did you get that link? Give me a Y or yes. Okay, great. What I want you to do is click on that link, join that webinar room. It's going to be tonight at 7 o'clock. I'll probably delay 5 minutes to go get some hot tea to rest my voice. But we're going to delay a few minutes to allow you guys to get called, get the information. Those of you in here that need to make the decision, let's make the decision together. Let's get you on board. Evaluate this over the next 60 days. It's risk-free, 100% money-back guarantee. But if you need to see more, fully understand, we got a presentation tonight. Click on that link. It's a free webinar. It's going to be about an hour, hour and a half. I promise I'll answer all of your questions there. I want to thank you all for allowing me to have some time here today with you all. Thank you to Investor Inspiration for allowing me to be here. Look forward to reading your success stories. Today is today. Today is the day. This is the opportunity. Now is the time. This has been James Bishop wishing you health, happiness, and success at trading. Have a great day.